Hey guys, this is DD Witcher 1, and today I'm just going to be addressing a topic that a few of you have been maybe questioning or has some or have been thinking about, or you just want to know more. So as you can see it, there's a life size that's pretty distinctive in my collection that is not set up in here right now. And if you don't know what it is, I'll just go ahead and tell you it's the life size prototype clown for Spirit Halloween 2013. So if you don't know already, it is no longer in my possession. I know many of you that are just finding this out now are probably surprised, considering that I've got like a life-size collection going on, and that thing was really cool. Although a lot of people are think it's too shiny or just dumb, I thought it was actually really cool. And in person especially, the head is very big and it's an amazing sculpt and everything, very nice detail. So it's like, well, why did you sell it? I didn't want to sell it. I was not planning to sell it, but during the big meetup that recently happened, one of the people there, Dark Shadows Reviews, his YouTube channel, he said, you know what, Donovan, I really want this clown. And I said, oh, I know you do. And he said, like, I would pay a lot for it. I really want it. And hopefully we can make a deal. And I was like, I just don't know if I want to sell it because this is one of my treasures, one of my prized possessions in my collection. And we were just sitting at the table, and then he just says, I'll give you $1,000 for it. And I was just really iffy about this because, just so everyone knows, I've pretty much, like, these things don't have a set value. Like these two, for example, I would personally just pretty much value them at like 1,000 each. If I was forced to sell them, that's what I would ask for them. If I was forced to sell them. And that's the same for the clown, but that's only if I was forced to sell it. So I was just saying that is a really good offer. That's about what I would ask for it if I were to sell it, but I just don't really want to sell it. And he's like, and he was just like following me around at some point. It's like, I really want this clown. It's incredible and it's amazing. And then a couple days later, we're once again sitting down, and he's just like, 1,500. And that was starting to get a little tempting, but I was still like, this is one of my treasures. And he's like, this is $1,500. $1,500 I'm offering you, which is definitely a good price. But you see, with that, he's going above what I would have valued it at. And so I'm like, well, we'll just talk about this another day. I really am just not sure. And then just a short time later, he's like, you know what? I will do $2,000 for the clown. And he's like, think about what all you could buy with that. There's so many things you could buy with that $2,000. You could even use it for college if you wanted to. It's $2,000 you would get from me. And I was just so uncomfortable because when I like to make deals, I like to make it to where, I get a profit, sort of like, I guess, Pawn Stars, When I sell something, I make a profit out of it, a TV show. But with this, it's like, I'm definitely making a profit, but at the same time, I'm losing one of my valued treasures in my collection. And it was so hard for me. And eventually, the Jimmy fan stepped in. He pulled me to the corner, and I pulled him to the corner actually, and I was like, what do I do? Like, what do you think of this personally? And he's like, well, one thing's for sure, there's a very good chance you're never going to be offered that much for it again. And he's like, don't we just, he's like, personally, I would do it because I could always find other things. And someone else told me, like, there's plenty of cool things in the world, and sometimes to get them, you have to get rid of something else cool. So I talked to the Jimmy fan for a couple minutes, and then he's like, want me to shake for you? And I was just like, sure, because this was like the hardest thing for me. And although some of you think I would be crazy for like being hesitant on that much, sure enough, he walks over to John, or Dark Shadows Reviews, shakes his hand, and that's that. So what he's doing is he's doing a payment plan monthly. There's like a minimum amount he's going to pay me each month at the end of the month. And if he makes more money, it is his choice to contribute it. But yeah, so, and he at first offered to pick it up. He's like, this is a 15-hour drive to your house, Donovan. 15 hours. Do you realize how painful that ride is? And then so I did some wheeling and dealing. I had him, reorganize a few things, help clean up, prepare a couple things. And so with that, I let him go ahead and take it home with him. And it's currently set up in his display in his room. And he's a trustable person. He's going to take good care of it. But yeah, so I hope that answers your question about where the clown is. Hopefully in the near future, I'll find something of that, I guess, magnitude to replace him. And if that happened, I guess I would just put the Magic Power Reaper in storage, because he's really cool and everything, but he's not like a Jimmy life-size sample or whatever. So if I am fortunate enough to find something else like that, then I'll just put him in storage, probably in the closet if I can, so he's not yellowed or anything, which that doesn't really happen in my attic anyways, but So yeah, I hope this answers your questions, and thanks for watching.